All right, everyone, let's quickly have a look where we are right now as a sentiment point of view. Okay, so looking at the equity market, S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial, Nasdaq, they are moving very moderately lower. With EMEA side, G30, European 50, FTSE 100 are like mostly lower across the board. Asia Pac side, China A50 uh, is also showing some sort of a risk of sentiment. So if we have a look at the, let me just bring that up for you. Okay, so if we look at the major equity market across the board, it seemed pretty much the investors being very cautious in the order of being in a risk appetite point of view. So moving to the commodity market, precious metals mixed trade across the precious metals as a gold holding on to its gain after breaking this trend line. Copper and silver both showing some downside momentum. Looking at the energy side, crude and Brent crude oil both are holding on its gain and respecting their upward trend starting from June 24th. And if we look at the natural gas, just down following its last session. So if we look at the overall picture, it's a pretty much mixed bag across the board. If we just looking at the commodity market. Now moving to the bond side, bonds are firmer across the board and pretty much mixed, except German 10-year yield. It is currently down by 2% from its last couple of days. So looking at the US 10s, it's just showing a range about price action. New Zealand just not doing much. The Japanese bond, as usual. UK's 10s, it currently down, but not that much. It's just firmly down. So let me bring the overall. Okay, so I don't have that here, but looking at the overall, it's just a mixed bag across the bonds market. And moving to the FX side, euro is softer after having a worse than expected PMI figures. The same story with the pound, currently showing its weakness across the major currency class, and yen is flat. We had a CPI report came worse than expected in last day, and high beta currencies, New Zealand, Aussie, is also showing some sort of a cautious approach, and investors are currently favoring in a high beta currencies. CAD is flat, and the dollar is not doing that much. I think it's just waiting for the flash PMA reports, which we're gonna get at 10 a.m. At Eastern Standard Time. So if I bring in quickly the economic calendar. Let me just show you that. Just give me a second. Right here. So just loading. So if you look at the from the Euro side, French flash PMIs, we German had a major downbeat across the board. Looking at the flash manufacturing and services PMI from the Great Britain pound, services just came underneath a 53 level from reaching at 51.2. Now the major key events we have right now ahead of new North American session is Canadian retail sales. On a risk sentiment point of view, I'm not gonna be looking to trade this data. However, it's worth keeping an eye on. From a USD side, flash manufacturing and services is a major event before we end the week and then move into the next week. Uh, so that's it for the day. And so in general, it's a bit cautious and risk off sentiment across the board. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. And thank you for for watching.